G'day guys and welcome back to The Last of Us. This is Season 2, Episode 3. And previously on, man, that was a hell of an episode. We had, what was it, the commune being overrun by an avalanche of infected. Although those numbers don't add up. There was like 1,000 of them, and I don't think that many ended up ransacking the town. Although I know a bunch of them did die out the front in fire and whatever, so they might add up, but it just didn't really look like it did. Other than that, we had the big scene at the end of the episode, the last, like, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes of it or whatever, with Abby beating and then killing Joel at the end there. Again, that was one of the things I knew that was coming. I just didn't know the when or the where. Because I will say this again, I've not played the video game, so I don't know. That was one thing that I knew that was coming. Because, it's impossible to avoid these sorts of things. And there's one other thing that I will point out if and when we get there. But, like, that was it. That was pretty much last episode. It was a very quick, sort of hour-long episode. Big things happening. Before we get to this episode, though, I just want to read out a couple of comments that I got from the last video. And we'll start off with Ray Co1LM, Ray Colm, is that what that's supposed to be? I'm not really sure. Who asks, did you find out who Abby was yet? Yes. Yes, I did. Obviously, I want this chick to die. However, I am very curious as to where and what they do with the character, right? And where she goes from here, right? Because it was her goal in life to find and kill Joel as slowly as possible. If she's done that, where does she go from here? Who knows, man? I'm very interested to see what they do with that. But thank you for the comment. Keep them coming. And we'll go with Christina Land, who says the video screen is too small. I assume you mean the reference footage, maybe? My short answer to that is yes, I'm aware. It is very much an ongoing battle between me and the YouTube. Sometimes I can have it big, about maybe half the screen. Sometimes I gotta make it smaller, because if I don't find that sweet spot, my videos get blocked, and then I have to resize them anyway. So sometimes I just kind of give up and make them as small, as this one was, just so I can get it past that. Because as soon as I do that, as soon as I make it smaller, it doesn't get blocked. I'm able to upload, no dramas. So I'm not really sure what that's about. Considering a bunch of other channels can have the reference footage be full screen, be half the screen, 3/4 of the screen, and yet I have an ongoing battle just trying to get to that size, you know what I mean? So sometimes, yeah, they are too small, especially if you're watching on a mobile phone, cell phone, whatever you want to call it. The screen's already small, so I understand that, but there's really nothing much I can do about it if my videos keep getting blocked by YouTube because I make them too big. So, like I said, ongoing battle, but thank you for the feedback, and I will try to do what I can to make it larger this time. See what happens there. But thank you for the comments. Keep them coming. It is a way for me to engage with the community a bit more. But now, let's get to episode 3, shall we? And full length starts in 3, 2, 1, and... cleaning him up.
Give Sarah my love.
Oh yeah, that was the wash Sarah gave him, wasn't it?
You're in the hospital. Are you in pain? can give you something.
A dream, then. Maybe. I'm confused by that. I assume she is in an actual hospital, but she was just saying that. They changed the intro. There was now one person standing there instead of the two of them. Interesting. I like that, though. Because now the story's no longer about the two of them. Skipping ahead 3 months, okay. So no funeral, no nothing, just kind of moving on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nah,
How are you doing?
therapist.
If you say it that fast, it kind of implies you're not.
Okay, ask me again.
How are you doing, Ellie?
Give me a moment. It's really complicated because you have feelings.
Okay.
Oh, come on, man. I've been stuck in here since.
Has she been here for 3 months?
Yeah, I miss him. He meant a lot to me. So, yeah, upset and sad.
Of course. But I was actually wondering about New Year's Eve. You two got into it at the dance. Was that the last time you spoke to him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Technically not,
At home.
but
He
yeah.
was on the porch. And I should have talked to him. Your final moment with someone doesn't define your whole time with them.
It shouldn't, but it often.
Yeah, it's probably the one thing you remember the most.
He said, I saved her.
He saved me a lot of times.
Yeah, I would think
This is
so,
true.
but that's not wronging someone.
It's weird. No idea what he meant.
Well, I think she does know, but not gonna talk about it.
Man, I wish I could have let him off the hook for whatever it was he was talking about. I guess I'll have to let myself off the hook for that.
I mean, that's nice of everybody. It's a sweet looking owl. Tommy put it there. This would be much more emotional if I could actually relate to what she's feeling right now, but luckily I can't. And I hope she takes the watch with her if she's leaving the commune.
In the hospital. When you asked me about that day, I told you I didn't learn anything useful. That wasn't true.
Yeah, you learned quite a bit actually.
And I know where they're from.
Just couldn't tell her in the hospital.
Doctors told me not
Yeah.
to upset you.
I don't give a fuck.
And I knew that if I told you where they were, you'd just start pulling your tubes out and crawling on your hands.
Exactly.
And knees up there.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. You cost us time. You let them get away.
Nobody was going to go after anyone. And then it occurred to me, if you want to find someone, and the only thing you know about them is where they're going to end up, maybe let them get there.
So true. That's a very good point.
And the letters WLF. And then I remembered a story Eugene told me from back when he was a Firefly. He said that there were these small regional groups in the West all trying to fight Fedra, and how stupid it was that they didn't just join together. One of those groups was the
Washington Liberation Front. Okay.
Who else knows?
Just us. I wasn't going to tell anyone before you.
Have a cookie.
Listen, I'm not saying you shouldn't do this.
Just gotta be smart about it.
Which means taking it to Maria. Yes, it's fucking necessary.
And you hold out information on me again, you got rendering detail for a month.
I don't know what that means. So, we're in Seattle now? I was gonna ask what happened to his cheeks, but they've all got it.
Why can't you tell me where we're going?
Because we don't know yet. I told you the reason we're going.
I know, but why can't she just keep us safe?
Who is she? The prophet. Is this a cult?
Follow her words, we obey her teachings, but we keep ourselves safe.
The hammers of justice, I take it.
Understand what we're giving you now. Keep you far, far safer than a hammer. Distance.
From?
From home.
From war.
What the hell's going on in Seattle?
So you know about the meeting coming up.
I know about the meeting coming up.
Can I count on you?
His ass is gonna say no.
Seriously, it's me.
I know.
Dude, you were there.
I know that too. Gotta go.
Didn't you call him like the future leader of the commune at some point? Looking out for what's better.
Which is why I keep saying we need to invest more in turkeys and less in chickens. And that brings me back to my earlier point about corn.
Why should we go for turkeys over chickens?
Why wouldn't we want to take our vengeance? Well, because we're not supposed to. Forgive and be forgiven.
Bullshit.
That's what separates us from the raiders and the murderers. Our capacity for mercy. Those sons of bitches don't deserve our mercy. Of course they don't deserve it. That's what makes it mercy. Well, to hell with that.
Who's this guy?
With you for saying it, Carlisle.
Seth, sit down.
No.
Seth.
You're not on the list.
No! What the hell are we all talking about? Boo-hoo, it's not fair. What, we gotta forgive everybody when they show up and piss in our eye? They came into our house. They took one of ours. My God.
They're also partly responsible for the infected coming in.
And when they come back, they'll be laughing. And you'll all deserve it. Bunch of goddamn victims.
What can Ellie say to top that?
And I want everyone to know, it's not because I want revenge. It's not. It's not about revenge. What I want is what you used to give people. I want justice. Because it's either that, or we do nothing. That's what everyone else out there is going to do for us. Nothing. A whole world of people who won't lift a finger if something bad happens to me or you.
Everyone's got their own issues.
That's what holds all this together. Not potluck dinners or New Year's Eve dances. Definitely not a wall, because that thing got busted through. But Jackson is still here.
Oh, speech.
Asking you, please, do it for us.
Thank you.
I'm glad she wrote it down.
Yes. No. No. Yes.
3H.
No.
4-3.
No.
7-3.
No.
8-3.
The vote is 8-3. The proposal is rejected.
Wasn't it supposed to be 16? Why is there only 11 people voting? And I'm guessing this is what sets out Ellie going out on her own. You don't see that very often either, with people putting bullets in a revolver. They literally go one bullet at a time.
Stay off the highways, stay clear of cities or settlements. First stage is through.
Of course she's helping.
We're out. We'll follow the
We're
Spanish
out.
Canyon, then break off through the Snoqualmie Pass.
Snoqualmie?
Yeah. Is that Joel's?
Hmm?
That's what you're gonna kill him.
Fucking right.
And save it for that. Slow and kicks like hell. Really? Shoot your damn ass off?
Isn't that what Joel said?
We'll want at least 100 shells apiece, plus 50 rifle rounds. Bring any long gun you want as long as it's scoped. Chlorine tablets, a pan, and somebody to keep...
How much thought does she put in this?
3 a.m.
Hey. Thank you.
You know, you could have just asked.
No, I actually didn't know that.
Now you do.
No, is she actually gonna go with Ellie, or is Ellie gonna sneak out before that? Well, she's waiting.
Saddlebags are filled with stuff I had squirreled away. 2 weeks worth of hardtack, bandages, alcohol, meds, batteries. I'd come with you, but I caught some friendly fire on New Year's Day.
I'm sure it's friendly.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Ellie. It's a lot of graves. Oh, coffee beans? Is that a callback to like the first season? Where he made the coffee and she said it smelled like shit? A travel montage. Nice. A lot of picturesque shots in this montage.
Okay, so... G. Green Day. No, you're wrong. It's Guns N' Roses.
It is Guns N' Roses.
You've kissed girls before. You're gay, I'm not. I'm just curious. Want to know if I'm any good at it. 1 to 10.
Okay, fine, 6.
Fuck you, 6.
That's not bad.
Does it ever strike you as sad?
Jesse?
Yeah.
Has he ever told you why?
No. But I think deep inside that's just how he is.
Probably lost somebody.
At least I hope that's why.
Why would you hope that?
Well, because if it's not that, then it's me.
What, the on and off again relationship?
How much further?
This is the same path the... How many of them died?
He was running away.
Shot him in the back?
A lot of different calibers. I don't think this was Fedra. Dina. Dina!
I'm assuming there's a lot of dead. Maybe all of them? Yep. Wolves, man. Hammer isn't going to do much against a bunch of weapons, guns. And they were even trying to leave, weren't they? Trying to leave Seattle. Get some distance.
We're close now.
And you know that because there's a car there? But I guess they're close now.
Plus, no one's shooting at us.
You had to say it.
Because there aren't that many wolves.
There's about to be a whole lot less.
Curtis or Viper?
What? No. That was just me. I was trying to sound like a badass.
You don't need to try.
We're moving up to the fob. All clear between checkpoint 3 and 5?
Told me to watch 6 and 8. I think want fucking 3 and 5.
Sandy, you copy?
Just give me a fucking second.
No, he's on the tower.
You're all good. We can move up.
Fucking Christ, they have a tank? Or armored vehicles at the very least. They have... This is a hell of a militia. Jesus, that was a lot of people. What the hell is Ellie gonna do against that? Alright, so, I mean, this episode was really what I thought it was going to be. It was just Ellie leaving the commune. I did think she was going to be by herself, but Dean is going with her. And we made our way to Seattle through a travel montage. And we just met one hell of a militia walking through the streets with Manny. And I think he's the one that kicked Ellie. Sorry, not Abby. Kicked Ellie in the last episode. He's the one that's got the issues. But yeah, he's up. I assume he was up on the Dish Tower thing, the Seattle Tower. Keeping a watch out. So you got to contend with that, and who else is watching from the high ground somewhere while they're moving through the streets? We do know there is a war, or at least there was a war between the WLF and whoever those guys were that they killed, who were trying to leave Seattle, FYI, and then they were hunted down like a pack of wolves. So, what the hell else is going on in Seattle? I assume there's little infected there, maybe, unless they're all hidden underground somewhere or kept out of the city. But I mean, these guys look far more organized and put together than... Where were we in the first season? Where they all came out from underground, that place. They killed Phaedra, kind of took over. I forget where we were, but these guys seem far more well organized than those guys. And they're just kind of roaming through the streets, clearing things out. Like, I'm not really sure who they are, what their end game is, but militias are really only there for one purpose. Yeah, that's really all there is to talk about with this. Ellie gave one hell of a speech in Jackson. Apparently not everyone believed her though. I bought into it. I would have said yes, go for it. But yeah, they said it was like 16, right? Like the council of 16, but there was only 11 people and only 11 people voted. So it's not even like an even number, which annoys me more than anything. To try to get a vote. Even as one-sided as it was 8-3, I think it was. So even as one-sided as that, it should still be an even number of people voting. Although an odd number usually does break a tie. So who knows? Anyway, that's one thing. We skipped 3 months after those events, which is unfortunate. No kind of funeral for everyone, although I guess with the sheer number of dead people that did die, it makes sense you would just bury them and kind of move on. They're still rebuilding and everything too. We did get one moment with Tommy cleaning Joel of dirt and stuff, and you said say hello to Sarah for me. I didn't see if Ellie took Joel's watch. We obviously know she took the gun, the revolver, but I don't know if she took the watch or she kept it in the box. I didn't see it on her wrist. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, to be honest, but I didn't see it. So I'm assuming it's still in the box, but who knows? We might find out next episode. I'll pay a bit more attention to her wrist. If she's wearing it, she might have it in her pack or something, but otherwise, it's a good episode. Really setting up what's to come in the future episodes. But yeah, I don't know what Ellie's... I mean, I guess the first objective is to enter Seattle and lay low, get the lay of the land, watch the WLF, see what they do, and try to find Abby as well. We didn't see her this episode. We saw that dickhead Manny, and then we saw the militia, but we didn't see Abby. So they're there somewhere. You just gotta find them. Meanwhile, dodging the militia. I'm assuming there's bound to be, as big a city as Seattle is, I'm assuming there's going to be infected there as well. I don't know about any civilians or something that aren't part of this militia. They seem to have recruited quite a number, so that number could keep growing. Or they fled the city, or they're dead, or whatever. You know, like, who knows, man? We'll have to wait and find out. But that is it for this week's episode of The Last of Us, guys. You have to join me next week for episode 4. But in the meantime, as usual, if you'll enjoy this reaction and want to see more, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join me next time. And I'll see you there. Bye, guys.